Hello students. So now we are going to start new chapter. This is a play, or we can say this is just an excerpt of a play, means a part of a play. This is not full play, a part of a play by Terence Rattigan. Terence Rattigan, he was born in 1911 in London, and he was not born in a family of writers. He was not even supposed to follow this path of a writer. His father was a career diplomat and he served in many countries, and that's why he and his brother was not taken everywhere, and most of the time they both were with their grandparents. And in the absence of, we can say, parents, this Terence, he fell in love with reading and theatre. And at very young age, maybe at the age of 10, he wrote his first play. And he kept on writing. Though his maybe family was not very much happy with his writing, because maybe they were expecting something else for him, but maybe destiny was this only, that he should become a writer. And though he served in the we can say Second World War also, okay, but still he continued his career as a writer, as a playwright. Okay, and his plays were, especially this play, even this Browning version, it was also acclaimed, and it was, we can say, adapted for a TV play also, for theatre play also in London. People liked his plays, okay, especially even this play also. And this play also was not a single play, actually he had written two plays, okay, together, two plays together. But here in our story we have one play only, and that also just a part of this one play. Okay, so this is Browning version. The background of the play is that this play takes place in school, or we can say in the life of teachers. And as far as this one teacher is concerned, okay, who is very strict teacher, it is believed that Terence was actually, he was having his teacher who was very intelligent but very strict, okay, teacher of classics. So somewhere maybe he had written, something about that teacher, or maybe he was always having that memory of that teacher, especially when he wrote this character. So I think we should start with the play. This is an excerpt from the Browning version. The scene is set in a school. Frank is young and Crocker Harris, middle-aged. Both are masters. Taplow is a boy of 16 who has come in to do extra work for Crocker Harris, but the latter here means Crocker Harris, has not yet arrived, and Frank finds Taplow waiting. Because we are having only one part, but otherwise what is the whole play? Just a gist of that play, that here in the play it is shown that Crocker Harris is very strict, and that's why maybe he was disliked by other teachers, by colleagues, and maybe to some extent even by students, and even by his own wife. And his own wife is friendly with other teachers, and especially this one more teacher which is mentioned over here, okay, and this teacher who is mentioned over here, he is Frank. So Crocker Harris' wife is very friendly with Frank. If you read the whole play, maybe you will get to know that this is not only friendship, this is maybe more than that. Okay, so this kind of plot it is. And somewhere it is also said that here in this part a Greek play is mentioned, Agamemnon. Okay, and somewhere maybe this story is maybe having some link with that also. Link in a way means maybe Terence also liked that Greek play very much, and that's why maybe some reflection you can see in this play. Though you people have nothing to do, okay, with that Agamemnon, because in class 11th we need not go that deep, okay, but still you should know certain things. Okay, let's start now. The scene is where a student is waiting for the teacher at particular time, because the teacher has given that time. Okay, because the student has to do some work for the teacher, and the teacher has not told what work, and he is supposed to wait over here for the teacher. But before that teacher comes, some other teacher comes. Okay, so now Frank is waiting, Taplo is waiting for his teacher, and Frank comes. Frank, do I know you? Taplo, no sir. Frank, what's your name? Taplo, Frank, Taplo, no I don't. You are a scientist. You are not a scientist, I gather. Actually, this teacher says, okay, your name is Taplo. Yes, I haven't heard this name. Yes, I do not know this child. Okay, so it's really true that I have seen you for the first time, and I haven't even heard your name even in my class, because sometimes it's there that the class is so big that you do not recognize each and everyone, but even then somewhere you say, yes, I have heard this name. But here the teacher say, yes, I haven't heard this name even. Okay, I think you are not from sciences. So first of all, this is clear that he says that you are not a scientist. Scientist here means you are not a science student, because this teacher takes science section. Okay, so that's why he says, I think you are not from the science section. Taplo, no sir, I'm still in the lower fifth. And he say, yes sir, I haven't reached to that level where I am supposed to choose my stream. Okay, so because I am still in lower fifth, I can't specialize until next term. That's to say, if I have got my remove all right. Here remove, we can say the result, the promotion result when you are promoted to next class. Okay, or remove, we can say that a kind of division, or okay, means when you are promoted to next class, you take some division, first, second, third division, whatever, and you are promoted to next class. This is remove. So Taplo says that, sir, I cannot specialize because I am still in lower fifth. Okay, the only thing is when I get my remove, when I get my result, okay, then only I will be promoted to that level where I will be able to choose my stream. Frank, don't you know if you have got your remove? Actually, by now the result is almost prepared, because next day the result is to be announced. So here maybe more or less the students have some idea about their result. Maybe sometime directly or indirectly teachers have indicated. So that's why this teacher is expecting from the same thing from this student also, that don't you know, okay, your result? Taplo, no sir, Mr. Crocker Harris doesn't tell us the results like the other masters. Now this child says, Taplo says, no sir, I do not know. We don't have any idea about our result, because our teacher Crocker Harris is very strict. Like other teachers, he doesn't give any idea regarding our result. Frank, why not? Well, you know what he's like, sir. Now Taplo says, you know him very well. He is very strict. That's why we don't get any idea. We haven't got any idea about our remove. Frank, I believe there is a rule that form results should only be announced by the headmaster on the last day of term. Frank says, okay, I think you mean to say that your teacher is so strict, he hasn't told you anything, because the rule says that result should be announced by the headmaster only. Okay, that also on the last day of the term. Taplo, yes. But who else pays attention to it except Mr. Crocker Harris? So though Crocker Harris is disliked by colleagues and teachers and students, maybe because he is very strict, but somewhere this also shows that he is a man of principles, because even students also agree to it. Okay, because Taplo here says that, sir, this is the rule that only headmaster is supposed to announce the result, that also on the last day. But who pays attention to this rule? Means other teachers don't even follow this rule. Okay, they announce it directly, indirectly, even before that day, but our teacher is very strict. Frank, I admit. Frank says, yes, I can say, I admit that yes, people don't follow the rule. Even I, sometime I can say, yes, I also don't do follow the rule. Why? Because even I have also given some clues, okay, about the result. But that's not criterion. Okay, means that's not the standard. Sometimes it's okay if we tell the result beforehand. So you have got to wait until tomorrow to know your fate, have you? He says it means your teacher hasn't given you any clue. It means you have to wait till tomorrow when you get to know your result. Yes, sir. Frank, supposing the answer is favorable, what then? Now Frank says, suppose you get good result, you are promoted to next term, then what next? Oh, science, sir, of course. And Taplo says, yes, then of course I will take sciences. Frank, sadly, yes, we get all the slackers. And Frank says, oh, really? You will take science? My God. We always get all the slackers. Slackers here means those who are very lazy. Okay, jokingly he said, we always get lazy people. Okay, why he said that we get lazy people? Why he pointed at, we can say, Frank as lazy? Because Frank is here, Taplo is here waiting for his teacher. And why Taplo is waiting? Because he has missed maybe some class, and that's why today he is to complete that work. Okay, he had already missed some work. It shows that he's a lazy man. That's why Frank says that, my God, we always get lazy students in sciences. Taplo protestingly, I'm extremely interested in science, sir. But Taplo says, no, no, sir. I'm not lazy. I'm really interested in sciences. Frank, are you? I am not. Now, because Taplo said that I'm really interested, extremely interested in sciences. Again, jokingly, Taplo says, really? But I am not interested in sciences. Okay. Not at least in the science I have to teach. Then Frank, we can say, corrected himself, or maybe he gives more explanation. He says, actually, I mean to say that whatever science I teach to the students in the school, I'm not interested in that science. Okay, maybe he is now talking about higher level. He wants to teach higher level science. Okay, that's why he says. Tableau, well, anyway, sir, it's a good deal more exciting than this muck. But Tableau says, whatever, sir, whether you are interested or not, I am really interested in sciences. And then, indicating his book, he was actually having one book in his hand, and he indicates this book. He says, muck is, which is very boring, which is very unpleasant, we can say, uninteresting. So he points out, that thing. He indicates at the book, he says, at least I must say, sir, sciences is much better than this boring book. Frank, what is this muck? And Frank says, okay, what is this book? You're calling it muck? What is this book? Taplo, Aeschylus, sir, the Agamemnon. Aeschylus is the name of the playwright. And we can say he is one of the greatest playwrights of Greek. Or we can say even that he is called the father of Greek plays. Okay, Aeschylus. And this Agamemnon is one of the best plays written by him. So he points at this, he talks about this thing. Okay, he points at the book, he says, actually this, I'm not interested, at least science would be much, much better than this boring Aeschylus, boring writer, boring book. Okay, Agamemnon. Frank, and your considered view is that Agamemnon is muck? Frank says, okay, you mean to say that this play is very, very boring play? Tableau, well, no, sir. I don't think the play is muck. Now he corrects himself. He says, no, sir, I'm not saying that this play is actually boring. Exactly. I suppose, in a way, it's rather a good plot, really. A wife murdering her husband and all that. He says, no, that way this play is itself not boring. This is that way very interesting plot, because here in the story, a wife is murdering the husband. So that way this is very interesting story. But I only meant the way it's taught to us. Okay, the way it is taught to us, it makes it boring. Just a lot of Greek words strung together. Means maybe the teachers teach in that way that it makes it more tough. Okay, he says that so many words together, Greek words, tough words, difficult words, and we are unable to understand sometime, and 50 lines if you get them wrong. He says, first of all, teachers don't sometimes think about us. They will keep on teaching, okay, all the things together, and they feel that yes, we are going to get everything. But the thing is, we do not get all these things together. Okay, it makes very boring and difficult Greek. Moreover, Greek is already difficult. And then he says, because the way it is taught, it becomes more difficult. And when we are not able to understand, when we are not able to explain, when the teacher puts a question, then we are punished. Sometimes we are given to write 50 times the same thing. Okay, that way. That 50 lines, if you get them wrong. Okay, if we are wrong in answering, then this is how they treat the children. Okay, this is the punishment we get. Okay, first of all, they will be, teaching all the lines together, and they would be expecting that the students should understand, and if we don't understand, then we get the punishment also. That's why he's now saying that science would be much, much better than this muck. Frank, you sound a little bitter. Taplow. Now, Frank says, the way you are saying that you are naturally pointing at the teachers. You are looking bitter. Okay, this is not that you are saying good things about teachers. I am rather, sir. Taplow says, yes, sir. Bit bitter I am, okay, because this is how I feel. Frank, Captain R. Now he says, Frank says, I think because you are here waiting for the teacher, you are made to wait for the teacher, you are made to stay after the school. Okay, captain means you are made to stay after the school, that's why you are bitter. Okay. Taplow, no sir, extra work. He says it's not that I am here staying after the school. Actually, now I am here because I will be doing some extra work. So he's now trying to explain that that's why maybe my mood is off, because I will be doing some extra work which my teacher would be giving right now. Frank, extra work on the last day of school? Now Frank says, extra work? When the result is almost made, okay, now what work you are to do? Because you have already done whatever you were to do. And even result is also maybe prepared. Okay, then what extra work? Taplow, yes sir. And I might be playing golf. Now Taplow, he is now giving explanations after explanations. He's detailing the things. Okay, because maybe he's feeling that yes, somebody is there at least to understand him. That's why he say, yes sir. Otherwise I would have gone home, I would have gone back, and I would be playing golf at this time. But because of my teacher, I am here. You would think he would have enough to do anyway himself, considering he is leaving tomorrow for good. But oh no. He says maybe this is what other teachers think. That okay, now that students are going to be promoted to next class, they are going to the next class, to the next teacher, and maybe they will leave. If some work is left, even then they will maybe ignore it, they will forget it. But this teacher is not like that. But oh no, I missed a day last week when I was ill, so here I am, and look at the weather, sir. But he says, no, my teacher is not like that. Because last week I was sick, that's why I could not complete that day work, and now my teacher is not going to spare me. He is very strict that way, and that's why I am here waiting for now next instructions from him. Frank, bad luck. Still there's one comfort. You're pretty well certain to get your remove tomorrow for being a good boy in taking extra work. First of all, Frank says, yeah, this is really bad luck. But then he says, don't worry. Better you take it in a positive way, because if today you are here doing some extra work according to the teacher, according to the instructions by the teacher, naturally teacher will be very happy. And then there is one surety that he is not going to give you less marks. He will be, giving you good marks so that you are promoted tomorrow. So this is good that today you are going to do something for the teacher. Naturally, this will be in your benefit. Taplow, well, I'm not sure, sir. But Taplow says, no. I'm not sure that today if I'm doing something for my teacher, he will remember it, and then while, preparing the result, finalizing the result, he would consider this thing. No, I don't think so. I'm not sure about this thing. That would be true of the ordinary masters, all right. They just wouldn't dare not to give a chap a remove after his taking extra work. He says, this This can be true for other teachers, that if the students are doing something for them, naturally they will not dare to give less marks, okay, to the students. But this is not true. You cannot expect this thing from this teacher, from Crocker Harris. Okay, it's not that if you are doing something for him, he will be considering this. No, he's not like that. But those sorts of rules don't apply to the Mr. Crocker Harris. He says these rules do not apply over here. Other teachers would certainly consider it, that if the students are doing something, they will be trying to do something in return. But these rules are not there for Crocker Harris. I asked him yesterday outright if he had given me a remove, and do you know what he said, sir? He said yesterday, straight away I asked, sir, have I got good marks? Am I going to be promoted to the next class? And then he said, sir, do you know what he answered? Frank, no, what? Tableau, imitating a very gentle, rather throaty voice. Now he's imitating the teacher. What the teacher answered? My dear Tableau, I have given you exactly what you deserve. No less and certainly no more. He said, this is the answer I got. My teacher did not say, yes, yes, don't bother, don't worry, everything will be okay, yes, you will be going to next class. He said, no. What he said? He said, see, whatever you deserve, I have given that only. No less, no more. So he's that kind of person. Do you know, sir, I think he may have marked me down rather than up for taking extra work. He says, sometimes I feel that maybe because I'm always doing something extra for this teacher, okay, I'm so obedient, I sometimes feel that he might have given me less marks because of this only. Okay, marked me down, not up. I mean, the man is hardly human. And then suddenly he said, sometimes I feel that man is hardly human. Means he's not having human emotions in him. He breaks off quickly. Sorry, sir, have I gone too far? And then he suddenly realizes that he should not have said this thing, that my teacher is hardly a human being. Then he says, sorry, sir, I should not have gone, said this, but maybe I got carried away. And that's why I got emotional and I used these words. Sorry, I think I should not have said this thing. I think we should stop here only in this video. Okay, so rest of the chapter we will conclude in the next video. Now just read this chapter whenever you watch this video so that you understand it fully. Thank you.